Good afternoon, dear friends. It's a pleasure to address you today. While I cannot join the forum in person, the symbolic and current importance of its location could not be stronger. The roots of democracy run deep in Greece, roots containing the essential DNA for what would blossom centuries later, the rules-based international order. Today, that international order is under threat. While it clearly has military and political implications, this international order is also essential with respect to addressing our shared climate change emergency. We are nearing the halfway point in a year that has seen more than its fair share of challenge and change. It comes on the heels of a global pandemic that altered economies and changed all of our lives, and it is far from over. It is easy to get lost in the day-to-day when the world lurches from crisis to crisis. Yet we cannot solely focus on the immediate. We must be equally cognizant of and rapidly act upon the existential and all-encompassing threat of climate change. Frankly, we're seeing signs of backsliding. Talk around a green recovery and building back better from COVID-19 has transformed into concern around energy prices and a disheartening desire by many to re-embrace fossil fuels. Nothing could be more harmful to our global climate change efforts, especially when we are so tantalizing close to wider adoption of sustainable solutions in energy, transportation, and several other areas. We need to reduce emissions now, adapt to climate change impacts now, and boost climate action in all governments and in all sectors now. If we continue our current trajectory, global temperature will rise more than 3 degrees by the end of this century, putting the future of humanity in doubt. That's simply the reality of what we are facing and underlines the urgency of our situation. In the second half of 2022, we will redouble efforts urging all parties and all sectors to continue building on what they achieved in Glasgow in order to achieve progress at COP27. Glasgow represented the most significant progress since the Paris Agreement was adopted. Parties left with clarity on the work needed to reach the 1.5-degree goal. The Paris Agreement rulebook was completed, paving the way for countries to move beyond the negotiation stage and to put focus where it should be, on implementation. Because of COP26, we will now see carbon credit trading and a framework for non-market-based approaches become operational. The enhanced transparency framework was also completed, which will build trust between nations. Parties strengthened the Santiago network, providing technical support for countries to address loss and damage related to climate change. And it's a major achievement that the phasing down of unabated coal power was mentioned in the text, along with the phasing out of inefficient fossil fuel subsidies. Each represents an incredible amount of work. Each represents multilateral progress and re-emphasizes the importance of the rules-based international order. Glasgow, however, ended nothing. It simply shifted our collective work to a new phase, implementation of the Paris Agreement at the national level. And that's where our attention is focused heading into the second half of the year. We have numerous areas which we must address on the road to COP27. We need work on mitigation, on adaptation, on loss and damage, on finance. We need to ensure the 100 billion goal is met. We need much stronger NDCs and long-term climate strategies by all nations, especially G20 nations. We need businesses to transform, to become more sustainable. We need people to re-examine how they consume, to make choices resulting in a more resilient planet. All of this is difficult, especially this year. But we are making progress. We have the results of COP26 upon which we can build, and Glasgow reinforced the importance and the potential of multilateralism. I encourage you to keep moving forward, especially in these difficult days. I encourage you to never lose faith. I encourage you to continue acting and to reach for the highest possible goals instead of the lowest hanging fruit. The roots forming the foundation of your city, of the rules-based international order, remain strong, not only in Greece, but throughout the world. Challenges may come and challenges may go, but cooperation and consensus must be our creed as we address climate change, humanity's existential threat. Thank you.